Hello guys, what's up? This is Murtaza from A Coder's Journey. This is the next video that I have decided to create about the most important software development principles. In the last video, we talked about single responsibility principle or SRP. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend that you do. And in this video, I have decided to talk about the next principle. So these five principles, they are called the solid principles, right? So first, up to now, we have covered the first one, or SRP, single responsibility principle, the first S in the word solid. Now, this video is about the next principle in the solid principles, which starts with the letter O, right? Open closed principle, hence the word solid, or the first two letters, SO. So in this video, we're going to talk about the open close principle. We're going to talk about, try to understand what it is all about and how it can help us have better, code. So the open close principle, or OCP, right, emphasizes that a class should be open for extension while remaining closed for modification. So what does this mean? Open for extension while remaining closed for modification. So open for extension, it means that you should be able to add new behavior, right? Without being forced to change the code that you have already written and you have already tested, right? So the class should be open for extension. So it means it has to allow you, right, to add more behavior, to extend the behavior, right, without needing to change the code that you have already written, right? So basically it means that for adding new behavior, you will have to write new code rather than modifying the existing code. This is very important. So whenever you see yourself changing the code that you have already written in order to cover new requirements, this more often than not means that you are not sticking to the open close principle. So in order to implement new features, you shouldn't modify the code that you have already written and tested. Rather, you should be writing new code or creating new classes, right? And closed for modification basically means that in order to implement new features, you do not need, or you shouldn't, you shouldn't have to, change or modify the code that you have already written and tested. So this implies the ability to add or alter behavior without modifying the existing code. So whenever you see yourself modifying your existing code or your existing classes in order to implement a new feature, this is a red flag. This usually means that you are violating the open close principle. So for example, the order calculator class should extend, or you should be able to inherit from this order calculator class in order to handle VIP customers, right? Without altering the core class. So if, for example, I want to implement a new feature in my code to cover VIP customers, right? I shouldn't be forced to, change the order calculator class, right? What I would have to do is to extend this class. Inherit from this class. Create a new class which inherits from order calculator, but this time for handling VIP customers. In the case of VIP customers, the calculator order line method could be overridden in a derived class, like VIP order calculator. So basically, as I told you, if I want to implement a new feature to cover VIP customers, I'm not going to change the method calculator order line in the base order class. What I am going to do is to create a new class called VIP order calculator and then override the calculate order line in that new class. So this means that to implement new features, I am not changing the code that I already have. Rather, I am creating new code. I am writing new code. And for example, if I want to adhere to the SRP principle, which we talked about in the last video, I'm gonna, place the order line class in its own code file as well, right? Now, this, OCP or open close principle has many advantages. The primary advantage of following OCP is that the code defects in your code will be reduced. Why? Because basically you are not modifying your existing code. Because when you write a piece of code and then you test it and then you deploy it to production, you do not want to touch that code because it is operational, because it is working, right? So if you change that code, you will probably cause some code defects or regression, right? So basically, when you stick to OCP, you are not touching the code that you have already written, tested, and deployed to production, but rather you are creating new code. You are writing new code. You are creating new classes. So this is, I think, the primary advantage of OCP. It kind of reduces the possibility of introducing, code defects in your code base. And that wraps up it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If that's the case, try to support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and also share it with a friend. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment in the comment section. I would really love to get into a discussion with you guys. If you want me to talk about a specific topic, about a specific technology, do not hesitate, don't be shy. Just let me know and I will, try my best to talk about the topics that you guys want to learn. Thank you so much again for watching this video till the very end. Stick around. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the Liskov substitution principle, the next principle in the solid principles of software development. Till later, bye-bye.